One of the biggest problem areas in jiu-jitsu as far as sort of just muscle pain, tightness, at least I've seen from my experience and that of my students, is sort of the upper back muscles around the shoulder blades and the scapula. A lot of times they get very, very tight. And so what I want to do is give you guys a video real quick to share some ways to loosen those up and then sort of do some maintenance to correct those imbalances. So what we're going to be using is a lacrosse ball, and this one is a singular lacrosse ball. This one is a double. I've took 2 lacrosse balls, taped them with athletic tape, and you get like a little peanut. And again, this will cost you a couple bucks. So if you're having that muscle tightness, around up here in the upper back, it happens a lot of times. And before I get into it, understand kind of what's causing it. A lot of times it's too much tightness, too much of this in the front. And if you think about what we do in jiu-jitsu, right, we're constantly scooting around like this, right? And so what happens is these muscles pull right here, and these muscles become weaker in the back. And so what's happening, if you can think of this, right, is these muscles in the front are pulling in, and these muscles in the back are trying to pull you back into correct posture. And because of that, they're being overworked, and they'll seize up at times. And again, an analogy that I like to use with jiu-jitsu is that, this is high performance stuff. This is high performance stuff in our body. And if you had a high performance vehicle, right, if something screwed up on that thing, if you started hearing the engine rattle or it started making some weird noises, what are you going to do? You're going to take it to the shop to get it fixed. A lot of times people don't treat their bodies that way. They'll start to feel pain, they'll start to feel aches and stuff like that, and instead of addressing those issues, they just keep going. No big deal. Whatever. So you don't want to do that. You want to think of your body as that high performance vehicles, and when you start to feel things, make sure that you start to work on, just maintenance on it, okay? And again, with that maintenance idea, this may be something that you might have to do on a regular basis, not just once, right? So we got our lacrosse ball here. Lay it on the mat and find your area. Right now, actually, mine is on the left, so I will roll that ball. And what I like about the lacrosse ball opposed to the foam roller is that you can really zero in on a specific spot. There we go. Okay, so I found my spot. It hurts. So what I'm gonna do, guys, and make sure that when you take deep breaths in your stomach and then breathe out and really sort of try to melt into that ball, okay? Don't tense up, try to just stay relaxed. So I'll just kind of go through it a couple times and show you some different techniques here. So and then start to move your arm around in different directions, and then stay there for maybe a minute or two, and then move up, move around to the next spot here. And again, you can just do that for as long as you want to. And again, it's like almost getting a massage. Typically, again, the places that I like to dig into are my upper back, my shoulder blades, my trap up there. Those are muscles that typically are just overworked, because we're too tight here, and then we're just like pulling all the time. And these muscles are trying to pull us back into correct posture. And again, sort of some side tips, guys. Once you get the pain, or once you get rid of the pain, and you start to, go back to trying to work out things like that, work on stretching these front muscles. Again, if you're doing jiu-jitsu, you're probably like this. If you look around your class after training, everyone's probably just rounded up on the back. So make sure that you focus on stretching these muscles out like a door stretch, loosening those muscles up. And in turn, if you go to the weight room, focus on some pulling muscles, right? Focus on pulling and really focus on building up that upper back. Because again, if we can strengthen those muscles up, that will help offset this here. If we go to the gym and we do a bunch of pushes, like a bunch of bench press and then some dips and push-ups and everything else, we're only going to facilitate that sort of rounded back posture even more, that sort of shoulders forward in a bad spot. So work on doing a lot of pulls to bring your body back up here and get better posture. And again, this will help alleviate some of that pain when your back gets seized up, if that does happen. So guys, I hope this video is helpful to you, and that's it.